In the beginning of the movie, a boy is shown who comes and stops near a big gate on his bicycle. There was a board there because it was forbidden to go inside. Actually, the house inside the gate was considered a ghost, so no one used to come here. And a girl challenged this girl that if you bring me the numbers on the door of that house, then I will befriend you. So this boy came inside and started taking out the numbers on the door. The number was 616. As soon as he took out the number 6, but as soon as he started taking out the next number, the door suddenly opened. Someone pushed him and dropped him inside. But as soon as he got up again, smoke spread inside the house and darkness spread everywhere. Someone grabs that girl and pulls her in the smoke and takes her away, with whom the door closed. And we can only hear his screams. After this, we see a year later, where a boy was working in a garage whose name was Shane. His dad came to meet Shane, who was telling him to come to meet me after finishing work at night. Because I have to talk to you about something important. Shane refuses to meet him tonight because he was going to go to the party with his friends at night. Because it was Halloween today, his dad says that I don't know anything. Take out time and come to meet me somehow. Saying this, they leave without hearing anything from Shane. Now Shane's two friends are shown who come and stop near the haunted house from the beginning. One of them, Shane's friend, had come to drop the other one here. Because that party was going to be held in this house tonight. So he had already come here to make preparations. His friend leaves him here. And when he was moving forward to go inside the house, we can clearly see that someone was keeping an eye on him through the window. Now as soon as night fell, his other friends also came to meet Shane. And now they leave for the party for that house. In these, Shane's one friend's name was Lana. Now Shane, Lana and one of his friends were sitting on the back seat of the car. But from their talks, we came to know that the house they are going to is vacant for many years. No one has come and gone there. That's why a lot of sad stories have been made about that house. People call it a ghost because it is said that a witch lives there. Now here Lana tells that the house where I used to live in childhood was the house of an old woman. That woman was also considered a witch. Because she had about 100 cats. Children used to come on Halloween night and lay eggs on her door. Now this is not a big deal. In most areas, there are such houses about which stories have been made. Now after a while, she reached that house. Shane's friend knocks on the door and calls out. But as soon as he touched the door was already open. And then suddenly Shane's friend is pulled inside the door. Seeing this, everyone was very scared. But the next moment his friend came out laughing. That is, he was joking with him to scare his friends. After that, these people came inside. They started checking the whole house separately. When Shane's two friends were in the room, the girl suddenly put her hand on the wall. Where even then some liquid was on her hand which was coming out of the wall. After which every wall of that room that liquid starts coming out. But what was this, they do not understand. When Shane and his friend were lying in the room, then his friend sees that there is a chair there on which the clothes are covered. She started moving suddenly. It felt like there was someone inside the clothes who was trying to come out. Seeing this, she got a little nervous. That's why she comes out of there. Because Shane had not seen that chair, he could not understand what had happened. Now Lana and her friend come to a room and start looking at the pictures there. Lana's friend takes a selfie with her. After which Lana shows her friend a picture which was of a family. Seeing that, he was very scared. Because the family in the picture was looking very drowny. Their eyes were of a strange kind. That's why she drops the picture from her hand and falls down. Hearing this voice, his two friends came there. Upon asking them, Lana's friend started telling that I was scared to see this picture. In which something is wrong, something is strange. He was saying that that's why Shane and his friend came here. When Shane's friend collided with a music system, suddenly he started playing himself, which surprised everyone. Now a picture of a woman was pulling Lana towards her because she was looking very beautiful. First, Lana started looking at the picture very carefully. But after a while, she put it back. As soon as she put the picture back, she fell down. As soon as she put the picture back, she started thinking. As soon as she started thinking, the whole environment around her changed. That chair on which the cloth was covered, now a strange woman's soul comes out of there and sits on the chair which was looking very drowny. Seeing this, Lana started screaming loudly. Hearing her voice, all the friends came there. But as she came out of her thoughts, when she was quiet, all her friends saw that Lana's nose was bleeding. Lana was very worried. That's why she decided to go from here. But as soon as she opened the door, someone grabbed the door from the outside and closed it again. And then it is locked there. She tells her friends that if this house is really haunted or there is someone here. She showed me a strange thought. And see, someone has locked the door now. But no one believes her. In fact, Shane started saying that it may be the mischief of our friend who came here in the morning. Because he has no whereabouts. God knows where he is hiding. But Lana was still very scared. She tried to open the door again. Because she wanted to get out of here anyway. Now when her friends saw that there were no signals here, they also tried to open the door to go out. But there was no use. Now at the behest of one of her friends, she started checking all these windows. But they were also well closed. So that no one tries to open it. Meanwhile, Lana's friend sees a glass in front of her. As soon as she removed the cloth, a strange thing came out of the glass and started coming towards her. First she got scared, but then she started touching the glass with her own hands. Her hand went deep into the glass where then someone held her hand and started pulling it inwards. Because of this, she got very scared and started screaming loudly. Because her hand was also in pain. All her friends came and saw that she was bleeding. Because she had cut 2 or 3 fingers. Seeing this, everyone started believing Lana's words. There is something here. So now Shane starts trying to break the door to get out of here. But on the contrary, the chair breaks. There is not even a scratch on the door. They started looking through the hole in the door. And because today was Halloween, some people gathered outside. Now they started screaming and calling for help. But the people standing outside do not hear them at all. Now 3 people started checking the whole house. While 2 of them started taking care of their injured friend whose fingers were broken. Meanwhile, Lana saw a room which looked like a library. Upon entering, Lana found a note on which it was written about the death of a woman. Because this woman used to perform rituals and black magic, she was punished to drown her in water and die. Shane's friend saw someone's black shadow. So without thinking, she goes behind him. While Shane's 3 friends come to the kitchen. Yes, a friend sees his head in a steel pot on which there was a deep wound which was gradually increasing. He was surprised because he was not hurt. Meanwhile, Shane's friend sees someone's cut hand in a pot. Seeing this, he got scared. His condition began to deteriorate. That's why he wants to get out of there. He came to a room in which one of his friends was sitting and crying. As he started taking care of him, he started doing strange things by holding him. First he started stopping his friend. Then he made an excuse and said, "Okay, wait, move aside, I will close the door so that no one comes." He had to do this so that the door suddenly closes. After which his friend turns into a witch who grabs him tightly and cuts him badly. Due to which a lot of blood started coming out of him and she starts drinking his blood. Now Shane's dad had called him home. But because he did not go, his dad came to Lana's mom. To ask her about Shane, she tells that actually all the friends have gone to celebrate the Halloween party. There, Shane and Lana came to a room to find their friend who had turned into a witch. Where someone had lit a lot of candles. Along with that, the black magic stuff was also lying in a fresh state. Seeing this, it seemed that someone had definitely prepared to do magic here. Now Shane saw a window here from which he started trying to break it. And when it broke a little, Shane put his hand inside. But when he took his hand out, a strange black mud-like thing stuck to his hand. Lana also saw a lot of glass bottles in which human body parts were lying. Shane picks up one of them. But as soon as he starts opening it, it falls down and breaks. In which someone's cut hand was inside. As soon as the bottle broke, smoke spread everywhere there. She sees that the cut hand is moving, due to which she is very scared, and the 3 of them come out of there. Shane's 2 friends were looking for him and they found him. But in a very wounded state, he was bleeding a lot. These people take care of him. But before he could say anything, he breaks his breath. Because it is obvious that his condition was very bad. Meanwhile, Shane's friend sees that the door is open. So she ran out quickly. But as soon as she ran out, the door closed and her friend was left inside. As soon as the door closed and her friend was left inside. As soon as the door closed and her friend was left inside. As soon as the door closed and her friend was left inside. As soon as the door closed and her friend was left inside. As soon as the door closed and her friend was left inside. As soon as the door closed and her friend left inside. As soon as the door closed and her friend left inside. As soon as the door closed and her friend left inside. As soon as the door closed and her friend left inside. She tries to get out of the room. Lana's friend reaches at the end. Someone holds her hand from the other side. Now that unknown person was in the middle of her hands. Because she had long dirty nails. Lana's friend's nails were looking very cute. That's why she one by one starts removing her nails mercilessly. Now it is clear that she was in a lot of pain. She started screaming loudly because of the pain. Someone attacked Agilana. She hit her head up and fell down. Now she and her friend picked up the cage and tried to free her friend from it. But then the witch came here and attacked them. She pushed them aside first and then dropped the cage hard. By doing this, her imprisoned friend's head got stuck and she died with great mercy. Agilana was now thinking more and more strangely, in which the witch was scaring her in a different way, due to which her condition also deteriorated. But at the right time, she and her friend took care of her. Now because one of her friends had disappeared, they started looking for her. She meets them in the washroom, but in a very strange condition. Also, looking at her, it seemed as if her age had suddenly increased. She looked like an old woman. But as soon as the witch held her hand to take her away, suddenly her flesh came into the hands of the witch like a skin. That is, her body had become so weak that she died in front of the witch's eyes. Agilana's friend was very tired. That's why he thinks of burning this whole house. He puts petrol everywhere. Before he set it on fire, the witch comes there and attacks him. She beats him so badly that her belly gets irritated, due to which she dies there. This made Shane feel very bad, and now his reason had also been answered. That's why he went to the ritual room and started breaking things there. Also, he challenges the witch to come in front. Now finally she comes in front of him. Seeing him so dangerous, Shane tells Lana that the window is open. Run away from here quickly. Then she did this. But as soon as she left, the witch attacked Shane. She took out a little black smoke from her mouth and left it on Shane. His whole face was burnt, which also caused his death. Meanwhile, Lana, who had come out, fell into the mud directly due to opening the window. She sees that Shane's dad has come here to search for them with the police car. Lana started calling for help, but there was no use. Because the witch also catches him and pulls him into the muddy water. And the scene ends here. But the next morning when the police were investigating there, they take Lana out of the water, who was not dead but still alive. But she didn't look like the old Lana because her body, behavior, how and everything seemed different. Due to which we understand that she is not anyone else but a witch, who made so many people her prey to get out of this hell. Now that she has found Lana's body, she will wreak havoc everywhere.